Hello, my name is Molly Jones Castrucci, and I'm a member of the cello section in the Akron Symphony Orchestra. I started playing cello when I was in 4th grade, and I've been playing ever since. Now I've been playing for 20 years this September. Today I will give an introduction of the cello, and at the very end of the video I will play a tune for you guys. So to start us off, the cello is a member of the string instrument family. The other members are violin, viola, and bass. The cello has 4 strings. From highest to lowest, they are A, D, G, and C. So first I'll go over the different parts of the cello. Set my bow down. So this we call just the general body of the cello. And this black thing is called the fingerboard. And so this is where the left hand goes. If you already started playing instruments, you know all about this. And your thumb, or your left hand thumb, stays somewhere right in between your first and second fingers, behind whichever string you're playing. So if I'm playing on the A string, my thumb is mostly behind the A string. If I'm over to the C string, my thumb can travel. And we can play all up and down the fingerboard. So usually we start here. This is called first position, and then you can go all the way up. There's something called thumb position, where you use your thumb as a finger, and you can go all the way down really high. So one fun exercise that I like to do just to explore the range of the cello is to go all the way up and then all the way back. And it sounds really cool on the C string especially. So that's the fingerboard. This thing is called the bridge. And I'll turn to the side so you can see it a little bit better. Now the bridge is not glued on or anything. It's just being held on from the pressure of the strings. So if you accidentally knock the bridge, it can move. So that's why we have to be extra careful to take really good care of our instruments and so that they don't accidentally fall over or get bumped. This thing is called the tailpiece. And it connects the strings, then down here it winds around the end pin. So this is the end pin. An end pin comes in and out. And cellos did not used to have end pins. In the old days, they would hold them up between the legs. So we're pretty lucky that we have them now because it makes playing a whole lot easier. And going along with the end pin, something that you'll need as a cellist is a rock stop or a donut. Mine looks like this. Whenever you're playing, if you don't want to poke a hole in the floor, or if you don't want your end pin to slip, you can put this underneath, blow a little hot air on it, and then put it on the floor underneath your end pin. And that will keep your cello from slipping. Okay, so if we look down here, you might notice these little things that you can turn. These are called fine tuners. So if you want to make the strings sharper or flatter, you turn the fine tuners in order to do that with small adjustments. If your string is really out of tune, sometimes we have to use these up here, which are called pegs. And until you learn how to do that from your teacher, I would say don't try and mess with the pegs because it can be easy to, if you turn too much, to break a string. This at the top here, this pretty design, that's called the scroll. And this is called the neck of the instrument. It's pretty much kind of like a human. It has a body, has a neck. You see these holes here. These are called F holes because it's in the shape of an F. And these help the sound vibrations come out and help the resonance of the cello. Inside the cello, there's something called a sound post. And if you look inside, you'll see it kind of on the right side, somewhere along this lower bridge area. It's a wooden post that sits, same as the bridge, it's not glued in, it's just held from pressure. And it connects the front and the back of the cello to transmit the vibrations. So when you pluck the string, that's called pizzicato, and it sounds like this. You can also pluck chords. There are also some fun things you can do with pizzicato, like left-hand pizzicato, where you sometimes have to pluck the string with your left hand, usually not until you get a bit more advanced. And then something, if you want to startle anyone, is called Bartok pizzicato. You pluck the string straight up to make a snapping sound. Be careful not to pluck too hard because you don't want to snap your string off. You can pluck strumming with your thumb, or you can pluck with your first or middle fingers. When you hold the bow, you want to hold your bow in a fist, stick out your first finger and your thumb. Put your thumb on the side of the fingerboard, and that's how you pluck holding the bow. So the bow is a whole other story. This is called the tip. This is called the frog. This is how you tighten and loosen your bow. Whenever you put your bow away, you want to loosen it so that the hair is completely loose. And whenever you play, you'll tighten the bow so that you could stick a pencil in between. This is called the stick, and this is the hair. And this is hair from a horse's tail. I remember when I first saw a string instrument, I thought that this was a rubber band. So now you guys all know that this is actually horsehair. One accessory for the bow is rosin. In order to get the bow hair to grip the string properly, we need some rosin, which comes from a tree. And you want to kind of apply a little bit of pressure and rub the rosin on your bow. And that will allow you to get a good sound. And if you see rosin dust on your cello, that's how you know you have enough. It's important not to rosin too much. And then it's also important to wipe down your cello after you're done playing so that all that rosin dust gets cleaned off. One more fun accessory we can talk about is this black thing, which you may have noticed. This is called a mute. And if we clip it on the bridge like this, it gives the cello a different sound. So first I'll play unmuted. So composers use the mute for a different tone color. Another aspect about the bow, if you move the bow to the right, that is called a down bow. If you move the bow to the left, that is called an up bow. So you could be all the way at the tip and move the bow to the right, that's still a down bow. Same with, you could be at the frog, move to the left, that's an up bow. So down or up just depends on the direction. Doesn't mean you have to start at the frog or start at the tip. I hope you've enjoyed learning about the cello and the bow today. To finish off the video, I am going to play Tarantella by William Squire.